Being direct can save time, but being too direct can create problems. So, which approach actually works better at work? This is something many professionals deal with, especially in international teams. Should you be direct and say exactly what you think? Or is it better to be more polite and diplomatic? Let's look at both sides. There are clear advantages to being direct. First, efficiency. If your message is clear and straightforward, people understand you quickly. There's less confusion and fewer follow-up questions. Second, clarity. For example, this won't work with the current timeline. That's direct but also very clear. In fast-moving environments, this kind of communication is often necessary. But direct communication doesn't always work in every situation. In many workplaces, relationships matter just as much as results. If you're too direct, your message can sound negative or even aggressive. For example, instead of "this won't work," you could say, "I'm not sure this would work with the current timeline." Same idea, but softer. And that makes it easier for people to accept. There's also a cultural element. In some cultures, direct communication is normal. In others, a more diplomatic approach is expected. So being polite is not about being unclear. It's about managing how your message is received. If you want to sound more balanced, here are a few useful phrases. To be direct but controlled. I think we need to be careful here. To soften your message. I'm not sure this is the best approach. To balance both. I see your point, but there might be a risk here. So, is being direct better than being polite? Not necessarily. The most effective communicators don't choose one style. They adjust depending on the situation. Sometimes clarity is the priority. Sometimes relationships are. The key is knowing when to use each. You might find the next video helpful. It looks at simple ways to sound more natural when you're speaking in meetings. Saying "I disagree" in a meeting can sound too direct. Here are two better options. I see it slightly differently. I'm not sure that fully works. They help you disagree without sounding negative. If you need a moment to think in a meeting, don't stay silent. Use a simple phrase. That's a good question. Let me think about that for a second. It gives you time and keeps you in control of the conversation.